Another of our colleagues here at Action News joining us on the phone, worked with Bill for many, many years as well. Val Clark joins us. Val, good evening, and it's a sad night for all of us, but I'm glad that you're able to speak with us as well tonight about Bill and the influence that maybe he had on your career and on your life here at Broadcast House.
Yes, no question, Davy Lou, and you're doing a great job because I know it has to be hard for you to sit and talk about Billy so much without feeling emotional. And I did have the pleasure of knowing Bill and the amazement of knowing Bill for many years, including his stint in New York. We've talked about Phil Nye, who's a giant to those in the industry. Phil brought me to Detroit. I grew up in New York, and I first met Billy there. But when I came here, as a writer and then a reporter, and they were both kind of daunting because I was new to the market. Billy, of course, as a writer, you wanted to be on your P's and Q's. You had to know your stuff. You had to know his style. And, he kept us on our toes. And, there was a little fear at first, but it was always towards excellence. But then as a reporter, when I went on the air, you talk about, knees knocking. As a rookie reporter and Bill Bond's throwing to you, you really better have had your stuff together.
Well, Val, excuse me for interrupting, you're exactly right, because you didn't know what he was going to follow up with, ever.
Ever. And as you know, Billy might say anything, he might ask you anything, and you had to certainly look and appear as though you knew or you were going to get that information back to him. But again, Davy Lou, as you know, it was always towards excellence. And as I matured as a reporter, Bill was always kind. He was big-hearted. And I did get to anchor on the desk, and again, my knees knocked a little bit, but, what a great guy. He made us all better.
Yeah. It's a sad day, certainly, but what a legacy he leaves, as we mentioned, and, there'll never be another Bill Bonds.
Well, it's truly an end of an era, certainly in Detroit, and Bill did play on the national stage as well. And what Walter Cronkite was to the nation, Bill Bonds, no doubt, was to Southeast Michigan. Yeah. He had a broad reach. He was one of a kind. And it is truly, truly an end of an era. And we are all mourning him, but all the better for knowing him.
Well said, Val. Thank you so much. Val Clark, longtime reporter. Writer, producer, anchor here at Channel 7 as well, remembering the life and times of Bill Bonds.